shotgun. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams...
He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Pumps it downfield. Snagged in the middle. It's Stevens. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the 1st.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Well, jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Now the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
He's got his man. Got room at the 35. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Cal!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The offense set for a first down play. Dropping back, it's Cole. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Mawe. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the offense. The receiver on the jet sweep. At midfield, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a crease to the left. Open space at the 25. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They're going to ride this running back.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 4. Second down coming up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the single back. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to blast their way in. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
It's now 2nd and goal. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Cal 7, South Carolina 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Go straight ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that last missed field goal is essentially a microcosm of the year it's been for this football team. Things just not going the right way on offense, on defense, and on special teams. Guys, it's just been that kind of year.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They're getting this guy lathered up.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
On second down, looking again to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
The run from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for room, it's Stevens. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Leaves it with the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Lets it go to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive. And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
off play action on first down. Unloads to the right. It's caught. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try to find room outside on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and the number one thing you want to do with a jet sweep is make that thing bounce, right? Don't let it get outside right now. Make that thing go east-west, not north-south. Great job by the defense being ready for that jet sweep.
Looking to throw, it's Cole. He's right on target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Mawe. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Fires one high and deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Lining up to add another.
With the carry.
Right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UCF pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Knights did. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Using the quick game. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Back to throw, it's Cole. Looking to take a shot. Pulls it in on the right. Open runway ahead. The 10. Touchdown Gamecocks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Golden Bears will kick it off to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They keep it on the ground to open the third. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mawe. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Target.
You ain't lying. A great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They go right back to him. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Brought down on the play at the 11-yard line. It's third down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
He'll keep it on the sneak. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Takes a handoff. It's Stevens. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback will audible. They'll run it from the gun. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Throws to the back. With the catch, it's Stevens. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry up. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Snap it to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And I think that's a good call offensively, Reese. You're sort of in no man's land at midfield. You've got 4th down, and you believe in your guys to go and get it done on the ground. They're able to pick up the first.
Were you at all surprised by the decision to run it there?
No, not with their personnel up front. Just the way that these guys have sort of established the tone in this game. They've been the more physical team, so I like the play call.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Carolina 14, Cal 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well give it to him again.
With the carry, it's the runback. Picks up 1. 2nd down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. That's caught. It's Stevens. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Wide out in motion. Trying to outflank them on the jet sweep. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get high.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you've got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in the sudden change situation.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Now they'll run the draw. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Third down coming up.
They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go with a direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, going up top. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They want that clock to run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
They'll run the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. They bring the punter onto the field now. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
On second down, he's looking downfield. The throw to the outside is complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And I love the angle route, whether it's man or zone. If you throw it with timing and you wait for it to develop, most of the time it's going to come open. Great job by the quarterback seeing it, hitting the running back.
The Golden Bears getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Burton. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
And, guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? You want to go for it? It's your decision.
This is supposed to be the easiest play in football, except when there's this much pressure. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing, feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the air. It's Cole. Oh, he wants it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. We'll get it started here in overtime. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Burt. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And the Golden Bears are threatening in the red zone. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Touchdown, Cal! And they score first here in overtime.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Picks up 1. Second down coming up.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Scanning the field. It's Cole. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. They'll leave it with him. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Defense looks like they're coming. Dialing up a second down pass play. Got it in the middle. It's Dowdell. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
First and goal, they'll try to take the lead here in the second overtime. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
That keeps the score. South Carolina, 27. Cal, 21.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Grabbed in the middle. It's Peace. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love fullbacks that can catch the football. These guys aren't just blockers. They're not just smash-mouth players. But these guys, they've got some finesse to their game and some soft hands to go with it.
Huge third down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds his man. It's Burton. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they responded with a score of their own here in overtime.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Have to go for 2, starting in double overtime, and this one would win the game. He'll set up to throw. Pressure coming. They got it. Ties the game and will play on in the 3rd overtime. My pulse rate is still through the roof.